Okay, hey there, welcome. This reading is going to be for life path number 2. And let's just talk about life path. So your life path number talks about the traits that are present with you at birth, right? So you come into this world with these traits. Your opportunity in your life is what your life path is telling you, okay? So as a 2, you have an opportunity in this life to be cooperative. And cooperative is going to be the best aspect of what you offer as a 2. Now, the negative aspect of a 2 is reclusive. So are you open to working with another, or do you hoard all of your energy and keep it to yourself, right? And so this is the challenge of the 2. 2s are great partners. When 2s are operating in their highest form of energy, they're going to be cooperative, adaptive, romantic, diplomatic. When 2s are almost in the negative energy or kind of low vibing, they'll be overly sensitive, withdrawn, easily offended. At times they can become a doormat to others, right? Not balancing that energy between relationships. All right, so 2s, this is going to be your reading. And think about the traits that you have as we go through this. So we have a 5-card spread that talks about your current position. Then we'll talk about what supports you, what strengthens you, what's hidden from you, and then what spirit is nudging you to do. Then I have 3 cards from the Starseed Oracle, and then I have 2 cards from the Soul's Journey. So let's get started. So the first card we have here for the 2, we have the King of Cups. And this talks about your present position, right? But sometimes kings can talk about other people. So just think about where you are and think about what you're going through as we talk about the energies of these cards. So the King of Cups is someone that's trustworthy. They're devoted. It can also talk about being involved in a situation that is safe for you, especially emotionally. It can talk about the fact that you may be in a solid romantic relationship. And it could also talk about somebody who is not as forthcoming with their emotions. And although their emotions are hidden, they are well-intentioned, right? So some people hold their emotions, and some people are more comfortable expressing and exposing the deep aspects of what they're feeling, right? But the King of Cups energy, sometimes people tend to hold on to it. And this also can talk about seeing a counselor. Why a counselor? Well, because those are people that are trustworthy and they're honorable. And this is also saying this is a person that you can trust, right? Most counselors never repeat what you tell them. So anyway, King of Cups, is that you? Is that someone else? Is this a relationship that's getting off the ground? But maybe you don't know where you're going because this person doesn't always expose what they are feeling in the depths of who they are, right? So that's the current situation. What is supporting you? This card is not my favorite. This is a 7 of Swords. So this talks about a loss of freedom. It talks about a loss of peace of mind. Now you could have lost something materially. Someone could be deceiving you, or you could be deceiving yourself, right? So this card asks you to make sure that you are being honest with yourself. Are you deceiving yourself about the situation that you were in? Or are you not perceiving someone the way you should? So is this a trustworthy person, but you can't trust them because of everything you've been through prior? And you're just seeing that at the end of this is going to be deceit? Do you not have peace of mind? Are you afraid of losing your personal freedom as you engage or grow in a situation? Are you afraid that something embarrassing is going to come out and you would like it to stay in? And so this card talks about many aspects of loss, but it most importantly is saying be cautious. Be cautious in what you're doing, or be cautious in who you are dealing with and how you approach them, how you perceive them. So this is just a card of caution. But remember, swords talk about our mental space. And so you don't have peace when you are fearing or seeing that something is you are going to lose, right? So sometimes if you feel like a relationship is only, and I'm sorry, I'm talking about relationships, but this could totally be a job. If you see that you are not getting your worth or your value, so whatever you are involved in at any point in life, you should have a peace about it, right? You shouldn't feel like you are going to be victim to any situation if you can help it. Lessons are in life for a reason. But the idea is something is troubling you. Something is not allowing you to settle, right? So what will strengthen you as you go through this situation? Well, making a decision. But your challenge is the fact that you have to make a decision to strengthen yourself. But you're being challenged to do this because you're currently not in the space to do that. You're overanalyzing, you're unwilling, or you're just unable, or you're just pretending like there's no issue at all. You're just overlooking and neglecting the reality that's in front of you. So this is saying to follow your own heart. Why? Because this is your life and your journey. Don't make choices that make other people happy. In the end, you'll resent it, and guess what? They don't have to wake up in your shoes or as you every day. So any choice, any decision that you make should be because it resonates with who you are and what you desire for yourself, right? And so this will strengthen you. If you are able to make a heart-based decision, that will bring you peace. Even if no one around you understands why you're walking away from a relationship or getting into one, or starting a business, or leaving a career, or ending or beginning anything, it's not for them to really understand. As long as you know it came from your heart and it reflects who you are, then that should give you the peace of mind. Now, sometimes the Seven of Swords can talk about doing things in the dark. So maybe you just want to avoid the opinions of others, and so you're moving in secrecy, and that's okay. If you've decided to do that, it's because you know that the energies that would give you opinions are really not about reflecting who you really are or what you want for yourself. So if you are able to make a decision from your heart, this will strengthen you. And it'll also give you peace of mind, right? Now this is hidden, like a hidden power almost, and that was the Chariot cards. The Chariot card talks about you being rewarded for hard work. This is like movement forward, leveling up, progressing in some way. It also talks about determination, willpower, just you being able to push through the obstacle, but in a way that will advance you, right? So we make this decision, and then guess what? We level up. Public recognition is also associated with this card, but nonetheless, we don't have mental space. We don't have mental peace. We need to go within, make a decision, and then guess what? We will get a reward for whatever it is we just went through. And the final card, once you push through the murky waters, the final card is the nudge from spirit. The nudge from spirit is the magician card. So this tells you that like you can co-create and you can manifest pretty much anything. Your life is alive, your life is magical. Whatever you want, you literally can manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. But you have to get to the space and the place mentally where you can start to generate the things that are intuitively sparking within you, right? So you are a magician. You are a co-creator. You don't have to be trapped in indecision, and you can make choices. And remember, you're a 2, so is that making a choice about a relationship? Or is it talking about you connecting to your higher self, who you really want to become, what you really want to do? Is it you in an organization? So remember, 2s are good when they work outside of themselves, when they partner with another thing. So if this is about another thing that you're going through, you will make a decision, and the decision that you make will benefit you if it is a decision that truly reflects who you are and that comes from your heart. Once you do that, you will realize the power and the potential that you have to literally create anything in your life. And so maybe you need to take on the energy of the King of Cups. Maybe you need to realize that this situation that's baffling you, it is safe, or this person is safe, or this company will benefit you. The choice you make is honorable. All right, so the 3 cards that we got from the Starseed Oracle, first card we have is Water Your Garden, which is really talking about nourishing your body, taking care of yourself. Tenderness, rest, body care, nourishment. Everything that you put inside yourself should grow you, should give you life, right? And so those are thoughts, those are people around you, those are the things you watch, the things you eat. Everything has to be clean so that you can continually nourish yourself. Now, of course, we can have fun and we can do some extracurriculars, but in general, we don't want to be self-medicating. We want to get through the blocks. We want to have fun, of course, as it presents, but we also need to make sure that our health and that our spirit and the most sacred inner parts of us are being looked after, right? You can't do anything without a body. So as long as you have your body, protect it, take care of it. Definitely talking to myself when I say that. Protect it, take care of it, give it what it needs. Find fuel in order to help it thrive. Next card we have was Loosen Your Grip. Totally connected to nourishment. It talks about addiction, coping mechanisms. So sometimes we like to be our own doctors, right? Maybe we're not taking prescriptions, but we are taking 10 shots a day. We are drinking a case of beer. We are, getting involved in seedy situations and, I don't know. We're just putting ourselves at risk, and we're not understanding that our vessel is sacred, right? So this is just saying that to relax, and it says to let God in. If you believe or not believe, God is it's an energy of something that has created and that offers you the ability to co-create. So when you're losing control and you feel like an addiction is overcoming you, realize that you have to loosen your grip, meaning back away from the situation a little bit, because self-medicating isn't really going to get you through it. It's just going to help you cope, right? But it's not coping for your healing. It's just going to kind of keep you in this space of just this toxic mess, right? You drink, you black out, you wake up, you drink, you black out. But whatever is causing you to drink and to black out, or to do whatever it is that gives you that temporary fix, is really not fixing the situation at hand. And so we want something that's long-term, right? We want a long-term fix. And so it's just saying, let something in that's bigger than you so that you can be helped. Nothing you're going through is unique to you. Everybody copes in some kind of way, and a lot of times we do it in ways that aren't healthy. Maybe we think poor thoughts, we watch crappy TV, we have shitty relationships. There are a lot of ways that we cope through this thing called life, and no one's at fault for what they choose. But in your situation, you've got somewhere to be and something to create and decisions to make. And so let's use our power in a way that nourishes us and gives us life. Let's not get lost in the things that just temporarily black us out and make us feel good. The last card of the Starseed one is the Golden Child. So it talks about rare gifts and pretty much unlocking your inner child. So there are things about you and within you that only you possess. But if we have poor coping mechanisms, and if we are not taking care of our vessel, we can't unlock the precious aspects of who we are. And so if you have to find a counselor, somebody that holds the energy of the King of Cups so that you can make these decisions, give yourself peace of mind, move forward, co-create, then do that. But realize there is something inside of you that no one has, right? And you are a 2. You are a 2. You are a 2. I say that because you guys are very sensitive, right? You need peace. You need peace, inner peace specifically, because if you are broken within, then most times the things that you're involved in are going to break down. So as a 2, you have to have peace. And you are very sensitive people because you work well with others. And so empathy is a part of being able to work well with another, because you have no problem putting yourself in someone else's shoes, right? And so adapt to your own energy as well as you can adapt to the energy of another. The 2 cards that you got from the Soul's Journey were surrender. I can release my need to control. So realize The overanalyzing that's going on right now, no matter how many times you think about it, it doesn't change the fact that you really can't change a situation. You can decide how you're going to show up in it, but you have to surrender to what you were going through. Surrender, feel it. It feels yucky, but you have to feel it to move past it. You can't self-medicate, because guess what? When you wake up the next day, it's still going to be there. So why not let's push through? So I can release my need to control, and that's what surrendering is. Realizing that some things we can't control, and we have to surrender to them. And sometimes that may be perceived as a weakness, but can you imagine the strength it takes to step away from something that is aggravating the shit out of you, and to just be like, all right, I'm going to step away, right? And so sometimes too, remember, you can become a doormat. You can become self-deprecating when you're operating in a lower vibe. That's trying to control, or that's being codependent. We don't want to do that. We want to look at things as they really, really are. As they really, really are. And we want to think about the impact that they have on us, because we want to give ourselves fuel for life. The next card is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. You know, a challenge is something that strengthens you, right? In order to level up and to get to the next phase in life, challenges are always going to come, but it's the way that you look at them, right? If you are constantly feeling defeated, wimpy, which is kind of like a 2, you know, 2s normally show up. But if you're kind of wimpy and resentful, and you know what I mean? Just looking at everything is like, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? There's nothing you're going through that others in life either haven't been through or won't go through at some point. So realize it is a journey, and it's not always going to feel pretty or look pretty, but it is necessary for your growth. It is necessary for you to learn, right? None of us are alive for our own being. We're alive because there's something that we need to offer another being. And so the more you learn, and the easier you can get through those learning levels, means that you have more to help someone else. And 2s, that's what you are here for. You are here to cooperate with other things, other beings. You are here to be that diplomatic person. You're here because you're warm. You're here because you feel good to others, and you understand how to work cohesively, right? But the first person that you have to work well with is self. It is absolutely self. Okay, life path number 2. Thank you for checking in. That was your life path number 2 reading. Take care. Bye-bye.